Bonjour tout le monde. It's your boy Kensational, aka Asian Daddy 69. Today we got the KZ PR2 up for review. Now this is mainly a gaming review, but I just want to quickly talk about what these IEMs are like. It has a very solid build quality on my unit, and honestly, I think it looks really great. You know what I'm saying? It's got an alloy die casting shell on the outside. I thought these were like semi-open back. It was a little deceiving, I would say, until I get to try it. They are closed back. Half of the shell is made out of acrylic, so you can actually peep inside and see what's in there. Um, in terms of comfortability, it's very comfortable. You know, it comes with 3KZ Starline silicone tips, small, medium, large, and the stock config is the foam tips. I don't really like foam inside my ears. If you like foam in your ears, then by all means, just to let you know that my review is only using the silicone tips. So if you happen to use the foam tips, then it might not match my review. But the stock cable, I'm not using the stock cable. I'm using a different cable, just mainly for aesthetic. And this is the stock cable, so you guys can see it has a shrouded 0.75 millimeter cable, 2 pin, and the cable is silver plated. It's nice and light and tangle proof. One of the cons of this IEM is that it's a little hard to drive, I would say. This is using planar drivers, 13.2 millimeter planar drivers, which I think is really crazy for $38, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like planar drivers for 38. But yeah, I'm rocking the PR2 with the Connexin CX3 1993. Damn, my fault. Excuse me. My throat's fucked. But yeah, so you guys can see, with the Connexin CX3 1993, it does get really loud with it, and I'm at 77 Windows volume. Now, the Connexin CX3 1993, I just want to say that it doesn't matter whether you have a $500 X570, X670 motherboard or a Z790 or whatever. Um, for extra $10, I highly recommend getting one of these. It sounds way better than your onboard audio. I don't care if you're whatever ACL, ALC, whatever version you're using, get one of these. Okay. Now, how does the PR2 sound like? We're gonna talk about the audio quality first. Excuse me, something wrong with my throat. You know, it's Pride Month. Um, yeah. Um, just a reference, I do listen to a lot of different music, like from rap, EDM to like back in the day type shit, like Mozart, Beethoven. Mainly right now, I'm listening to a lot of rap music, like Gucci Mane, Trap Money, Chief Keef. Like I said, it's Pride Month, so I gotta put in some Ice Spice in the mix. Some Munch, some Bikini Bottom, some Boys a Liar type shit. But yeah, for music, these are actually quite nice. The bass on these is actually real nice. It's punchy, clean, and fast. It even has some emphasis on the sub bass. You get a little rumble on the sub bass. Mid bass, I would say it's lacking some presence. The mids kind of sound a little too thin to me. The male vocals, I just wish there's a little bit more texture on the male vocals, but the female vocals are fine. Now, the treble on the KZPR2 is pretty bright, I would say. If you're treble sensitive, like you're super sensitive to treble, you might find this to be a little too sharp, I would say. But perhaps you can just EQ the PR2 and just smoothen out the treble regions you're liking. Personally, I've been using the Soundnote Zero, some other headphones that are bright sounding, and I don't find the PR2 to be offensive or harsh, I would say. And I'm fine with this stock, and I don't find the sound of it fatiguing. Now, how does the KZ PR2 perform in game? Um, well, the PR2 is actually excellent for gaming. I tested the PR2 in CSGO, Valorant, and Apex Legends, and the directional audio is very clear and sharp. I like the Truth Your Zeros. I feel like the bass on these are just right, and it doesn't drown out audio cues, and you also get a light rumble on the sub bass. It adds a little fun, I guess, but it's definitely not as immersive as the Truth Your Zeros. It does have an above average soundstage, I would say, and it got some depth to it. The PR2 has a very good imaging and separation for $38. It also has a really good depth perception. The pinpoint accuracy is spot on. I can easily tell enemies' footsteps and where they are. Also, you can easily gauge like distance between you and somebody else.
Holy
For example,
shit,
if someone's
son.
shooting from afar or an explosion occurred from afar, you can tell where it's coming from. You know what I mean? You're not just there wondering like, oh, where's that from? You'll know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're playing Inferno, retake on B side, you're coming from Banana, and you hear gunshots, right? You can tell if someone's shooting from New Box or Dark or Coffin. You know, I personally think that the PR2 does help a lot with anticipation and, crosshair placement. Overall, the PR2 is insanely good for gaming. This is my new number one budget IEM. Um, I think you're gonna like this if you are okay with a sharp treble. And like I said, this is my daily driver. I'm personally okay with them. If you're coming from something like Sound Note Zero, then you'd be fine. This is definitely an upgrade to the Sound Note Zeros. And yeah, again, you can deal with the sharp treble with an EQ for $38. I mean, you get really good imaging, resolution, detail retrieval, separation, above average soundstage, and that planar bass, and the overall performance of this IEM for competitive FPS and also music listening. To me, it's really nice for the price. I pick PR2 over the Soundlo Zero and the Truther Zero any time of the day. So yeah, that's pretty much it in today's video. If you find this video helpful, like and sub. Thank you for watching, guys.